everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. I am getting a few comments lately in my Facebook page and on my YouTube page about getting started in acrylic pouring, easy techniques, hard techniques, things like that. And people are really wanting to start out and play with this, but they don't know where to start or what kind of pour to go with. And you know, depending on what kind of paints you're using and what kind of how thick you paint, how thick you like your paints or thin you like your paints. So I always want to tell people to start off with something fairly easy. So you could do like a ring pour. Straight pours are easy, but they start to get up there a little bit harder because you got to be able to use your hand properly. So today I'm going to be just doing a ribbon pour, but I'm going to use a split cup. And very easy technique. We're just pouring paints in different chambers, and then we're just going to pour it out onto a canvas. Very, very simple. And then we're just tilting. So we're going to do it on a small canvas, but we're going to use 5 or 6 colors. And the beauty of the chambers of the split cup is you don't have to be too concerned with how you layer your colors because there's not a lot of blending and mixing. Also, guys, I have added about 4 or 5 paintings, clocks to my website. So you can go to studio15acrylics.com and you can see the paintings that are on my website for sale, as well as the new ones I've just added. I'm going to keep trying to add them because I have too many in the house. They've got to get out of this house. All right, let's get down on the canvas and get started. Be right back. All right, everyone. So I got a little small canvas today, just a little 14 by 18. And I'm going to use my split cup. I haven't used a split cup in a long time. And I'm just going to be doing a ribbon pour, and it's just going to end up with some cool up and down lines. I did one of these a while back, kind of looked like fruit stripe gum. So we're just kind of going with that route, using some different colors. Some of these colors were left over. So let's get to filling up the cup, and I'll talk about the colors. Okay, so I'm only going to need 9 ounces of paint. This cup holds 16 ounces. I'm not going to put any base coat down, so I'm probably going to need about 16 ounces in order to do what I want to do. So let's put, this is my Creative Inspirations in Payne's Gray. I'm going to put this on the outsides chambers. And then I am going to layer it up with a little bit of pink. This is Amsterdam and a rose, I believe. I don't have a lot of that. And then I think what I'll do is I'm gonna put some green in the 2 middle chambers, followed up with some King's Blue. And then I've got some Periwinkle in white. I think what I'll do is I'll put a little white in each chamber. And I am literally just playing this by ear, guys. Really haven't thought it out. The brilliance of the split cup is the colors will automatically stay separated. But when they hit the canvas, then they're going to do a little bit of blending. All right. And then I'm going to come back in with some more Payne's Gray. Some pink. Some blue. And I don't have to necessarily use all of this paint. So now now I just want to pour it up and down. Okay. Now what I'll do is put some of this periwinkle down here. That's gonna help the paint flow a little bit. Okay. Let our colors run a little bit. This way. Even it out a little bit. We can come off this way. See if we can straighten out our lines a little bit. The bottom, come straight down. And I think very simple, very easy introduction to paint pouring. You can see every single one of my colors, which I'm happy about. I got my green, I got my pink, I got my white, I got my Payne's gray, I got the light blue, even got the periwinkle in there. Really cool. Probably get a little bit of cells. I can see them popping up too. So I am happy with this. And this can go in any orientation that you'd like. You can go vertical or horizontal. I'll show it sitting here in horizontal fashion first. Okay guys, here we are with the wet result. Look at the cute little lines that it creates with this pattern. Got a few little cells popping up. It won't sell up too much because we kept the colors divided, so there wasn't a whole lot of mixing of paints happening. All right, we'll see this one is dry. Okay guys, so that's today's video. So it is wet, but I am gonna just do a quick tilt up here. Dried, it's drying nice, it's very wet in the center, so, but it can go on the horizontal or vertical, whatever, how you like it. But that's all you get. I'll let you see the full dried result. So something like this is very, very easy to do, especially as a beginner. If you're really scared, but you've got paints and you want to play, you don't even need to have a split cup. You can use a regular cup, just layering them in there. The problem with that is you're gonna have each color. So as you're making your streaks, the colors are, depending on how fast you move your hand, the colors are going to be in one straight line. Whereas with the split cup, they're all coming out at the same time. So you're creating multiple colors, multiple lines all at the same time. So you can buy a split cup or you can do it out of a regular cup. But this is probably one of the most easier acrylic pouring techniques. You could even do a very easy one is a dirty cup pour where you're just pouring paints directly into a cup and letting them sink, and then flip cup, turn it over upside down, let it come out. That's very super easy to do. So, but this is kind of maybe one step up from that. So if you want to get started, buy you some paint. Get some, ooh, got paint on me. Go to Michael's and invest in some decent paints. You don't have to get the best line paints, but you can use like Liquitex. They carry that at Michael's. Stay away from the Walmart stuff if you can. Not everybody can. Everybody can't afford to go and buy the paints from Michael's. That's absolutely okay. I just find those paints at Walmart, they break down very easily. You got to be careful with your ratios of paint to Floetrol to water. You could start breaking up the binders. So if you can afford to go to Michael's and get Liquitex, great. If you can afford to even go higher like Amsterdam, great. And then of course the golden brands is the king poobah of paints if you can afford those. But start off small. Go with Liquitex if you can. Get you some American Floetrol from Home Depot, and then you can start from there. All right? And I got tons of videos. I think I have over 370 videos now on my YouTube channel. Flip through my channel, go through them, see what you like, see what you don't like. I try to teach in every single video what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. All right?